A reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 15. The families of the tribe of Judah received a part of the land described as follows. The land reached south to the southernmost point of the wilderness of Zin at the border of Edom. This southern border ran from the south end of the Dead Sea, went southward from the Akrabim Pass and on to Zin. It ran south of Kadesh Barnea, past Hezron, and up to Adar, turned towards Karka, went on to Azmon, and followed the stream on the border of Egypt to the Mediterranean Sea, where the border ended. That was the southern border of Judah. The eastern border was the Dead Sea, all the way up to the inlet where the Jordan empties into it. The northern border began there, extended up to Beth Hogla, and went north of the ridge overlooking the Jordan Valley. Then it went up to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was a son of Reuben, from Trouble Valley up to Debir, and then turned north towards Gilgal, which faces Adumim Pass, on the south side of the valley. It then went on to the springs of En-Shemesh, out to En-Rogel, and up through Hinnom Valley on the south side of the hill where the Jebusite city of Jerusalem was located. The border then proceeded up to the top of the hill on the west side of the Hinnom Valley at the northern end of Rephaim Valley. From there, it went to the springs of Nephtoah and out to the cities near Mount Ephron. There it turned towards Baalah or Kiriath Jearim, where it circled west of Baalah toward the hill country of Edom, went on the north side of Mount Jearim or Kesalon, down to Beth Shemesh, and on past Timnah. The border then went out to the hill north of Ekron, turned towards Shikkeron, past Mount Baalah, and on to Jamnia. It ended at the Mediterranean Sea, which formed the western border. Within these borders lived the people of the families of Judah. As the Lord commanded Joshua, part of the territory of Judah was given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, from the tribe of Judah. He received Hebron, the city belonging to Arba, father of Anak. Caleb drove the descendants of Anak out of the city, the clans of Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai. From there he went to attack the people living in Debir. This city used to be called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, "I will give my daughter Aksa in marriage to the man who succeeds in capturing Kiriath Sefer." Othniel, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, captured the city, so Caleb gave him his daughter Aksa in marriage. On the wedding day, Othniel urged her to ask her father for a field. She got down from her donkey, and Caleb asked her what she wanted. She answered, "I want some water holes. The land you have given me is in the dry country." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. This is the land that the families of the tribe of Judah received as their possession. The cities furthest south that belonged to them, those that were near the border of Edom, were Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kina, Dimona, Adada, Kedesh Hazor Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Bealoth, Hazor Hadattah, Kerioth Hezron or Hazor, Amam, Shema, Molada, Hazar Gada, Heshman, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, Beersheba, Biziothia, Baala, Ayam, Ezem, Eltolad, Kesel, Horma, Ziklag, Madmana, Sansana, Lebaoth, Shillim, Ain and Rimmon, 29 cities in all, along with the towns around them. The cities in the foothills were Eshtaol, Zorah, Ashna, Zanoah, Enganim, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adullam, Soko, Azekah, Sha'araim, Aditaim, Gedera, and Gederothaim, 14 cities along with the towns around them. There were also Zenan, Hadasha, Migdalgad, Dilian, Mizpah, Joktheel, Lachish, Bozkath, Eglon, Kabon, Lahmam, Chitlish, Gederoth, Beth Dagon, Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities along with the towns around them. There were also Libnah, Ether, Ashan, Iftah, Ashna, Nezib, Keilah, Akzib, and Marisha, 9 cities along with the towns around them. There was Ekron with its towns and villages, and all the cities and towns near Ashdod, from Ekron to the Mediterranean Sea. There were Ashdod and Gaza with their towns and villages reaching to the stream on the border of Egypt and the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. In the hill country there were Shamir, Jatir, Soko, Dana, Kiryat Sefer or Dabir, Anab, Eshtemoa, Anim, Goshen, Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities along with the towns around them. There were Arab, Duma, Eshan, Janim, Beth Tapua, Aphekah, Hamta, Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities along with the towns around them. There were Maon, Carmel, Ziph, Jutta, Jezreel, Jokdeam, Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities along with the towns around them. There were Halhul, Bethzur, Gedor, Ma'arath, Bethanoth, and Eltokon, 6 cities along with the towns around them. There were Kiryat Baal or Kiryat Jearim and Rabbah, 2 cities along with the towns around them. In the desert there were Beth Arabah, Midin, Sakaka, Nibshan, Sort City, and Engedi, 6 cities along with the towns around them. But the people of Judah were not able to drive out the Jebusites who lived in Jerusalem. The Jebusites still lived there with the people of Judah. The word of the Lord. A reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 16. The southern boundary of the land assigned to the descendants of Joseph started from the Jordan near Jericho at a point east of the springs of Jericho and went into the desert. It went from Jericho up into the hill country as far as Bethel. From Bethel it went to Luz, passing on to Ataroth Adar, where the Archites lived. It then went west to the area of the Japhletites as far as the area of Lower Beth Horon. It went on from there to Gezer and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. The descendants of Joseph, the tribes of Ephraim and West Manasseh, received this land as their possession. This was the territory of the Ephraimites' families. Their border ran from Ataroth Adar eastward to Upper Beth Horon, and from there to the Mediterranean Sea. Mikmetath was on their north. East of there, the border bent toward Taanath, Shiloh, and went past it on the east to Janoah. Then it went down from Janoah to Ataroth and Naarah, reaching Jericho and ending at the Jordan. The border went west from Tappuah to the stream Kanah and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. This was the land given to the families of the tribe of Ephraim as their possession, along with some towns and villages that were within the borders of Manasseh, but given to the Ephraimites. But they did not drive out the Canaanites who lived in Gezer, so the Canaanites have lived among the Ephraimites to this day, but they have been forced to work as slaves. The word of the Lord.